Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop. I want to say a warm welcome to all of you new subscribers. I've seen there's been quite a few new subscribers over the past week, so welcome. I want to say a massive thank you to all of you members that support the channel, everyone on Patreon. It does make a massive difference to the channel. And everyone that uses the Element Games affiliate link that can be found here. Every time you purchase your Warhammer goodies, you can save yourself up to 25%. By doing it that way, you also support the channel. Use the crystal code at the end of the checkout, and then you'll also net yourself double the crystal points, which you can use to get even more money off of your Warhammer. So let's go on to the community, where we did have, I think it was an Adepticon 2024 preview event. So we'll go through this. About a week ago, which would have been the 16th, I think. So we just go back down to there. So last week there weren't that many pre-orders. You've got the Tau, mainly the Kroot Hunting Pack in their own box set. You had Warhammer Underworld's Death Gorge, Zondara's Gravebreakers. You had some cards, Rivals of the Mirrored City, so 4 classic warbands in a pack with all the cards. That'll save you a fair bit of money. You got some Delac, Rogue Dock and Gang Lookout with some upgrades, some cards, and that was about it really. Not that much to pre-order. But then the next day, on Sunday, they're going to throw all of the pre-orders at you in the form of Warhammer the Old World Orc and Goblin Tribes Battalion. So this big old box set with the battalion, this new Black Orc big boss. He's sculpted in Forge World resin, so he's going to have a lot of detail and depth to him. I think he looks great. Also, the Orc War Boss on Wyvern. Again, that's been kind of that's been refreshed in Forge World resin as well. And then the Troll Hag is also coming around. I think I had a couple of questions in my Discord about the price. I bought the Troll Hag 3 years ago for £67. So yeah, let's see how much she'll be up today. But she's a fantastic model, and I would recommend you pick that one up. Orc and Night Goblin command sets, classic orcs in plastic, classic orcs in metal. They are very, very classic. And then more classic goblins in plastic and metal. Classic orc and goblin gubbins in metal. So some extra bits and pieces. And then the Giant and Bone Grinder Giant. I think he's going to be more expensive than the Mega Gargants. His very odd base that they put him on. I probably would. I don't know whether you're allowed to change that base, but yeah, he comes on a very thin rectangular base. You've also got the Arcane Journal for the Orc and Goblin tribes, as well as some nice dice. Warhammer the Horus Heresy, it's a big, big day today because you can pre-order the Battle for Beta Garmin. You've got rules in there for Black Shields, as well as some Solar Auxilia and Legiones Astartes units, including 3 varieties of Solar Auxilia Sentinels. Now, I don't think it'll include all of the rules for Solar Auxilia. Stop me if I'm wrong, but their rules, which there weren't that many, I guess, came out in the sort of Custodes book, probably I think last year, or maybe the year before. So yeah, I don't think you're going to get all of the Solar Auxilia rules in there, but you're definitely going to get like the Sentinel and the new units. So you've got Solar Auxilia infantry sections available separately. You can build like 3 different units from that set. You've got the Solar Auxilia Malcador heavy tank, which I think would be very, very popular today. And then you've got 2 flavors of the Leman Russ. You've got the Assault tank and the Strike tank. So you've got the Assault tank, which I think is this one on the left, which is the new one. So you've got Demolisher Cannon, Volkite, Macro Saker, and the Executioner Plasma Cannon. And then the Strike tank, this one right here, has the Battle Cannon, the double-barreled Gravis Las Cannon autocannon. So that's the one that you get with the actual, Solar Auxilia army set. You've also got the Dracosian armored transport. I think it can transport 20 troopers. It's quite a big kit and has a fair number of sprues, so pretty decent, that one. Then you've got the Aethon Heavy Sentinel as well. You've got some transfer sheets, some Black Library. You've got Renegades, Lord of Excess, by Rich McCormick. And then Warhammer Plus, you've got Lore Masters and a Citadel Masterclass. You had a little preview to the Mortal Realms, the new 4th edition of Age of Sigmar, I think. Then join War Master Horus. So Joy Toy are bringing out these big old figurines. Pretty big, aren't they? They look cool. Then you've got Jordell Flesh. Then you've got Jordell Fresh Breeze. Very nimble star player. Old World Almanac, what's in the Orc and Goblin Tribes Arcane Journal. So a little article about what's coming up for those. The Rumour Engine, 19th of March. Some kind of blade. I don't know. It kind of looks like Age of Sigmar to me, rather than 40k, but we'll see. Solar Auxilia Heraldry of Honour. Little article there about some of the finest regiments in the galaxy. Old World Almanac, how the Orc and Goblin tribes are meant to play. Then you've got Learn How to Paint OSL effects. So that's, if you don't already know, that's object source lighting. So that looks incredible. So they give you a bit of a tips and tricks on that. And then Orc and Goblin Classics return to Made to Order. So these are the ones returning. Look at that. Look at those. Yeah, so they're returning. Quite cool. Instructional video and sign up for the Solar Auxilia. Then you've got the Adepticon preview, which was the big event this week. I think it kicked off sort of, Thursday morning, very early Thursday morning. So this is everything revealed right here in this article. So then you can click each one and it'll load a new sort of page. So a little bit about Age of Sigmar. Doesn't look like we see any sort of new models, but yeah, they're really pushing the Spearhead fresh game mode. So a bit like the Combat Patrol, they're really not forcing, but they're pushing it massively. They're pushing it in that you get a box set, an army for about 100 quid or so. They're really pushing that 100 quid box set now, and right, that's your army basically in a box, and you can just play with that. Very much like the Combat Patrols for 40k. Then Dawnbringers book 6. So yeah, this is some new minis for Age of Sigmar in the form of this awesome Abraxia Spear of the Everchosen. Looks fantastic. It's like the Drake creature thing, but scaled up a bit and with a better pose. That's going to look awesome with my Slaves to Darkness army. So I'm definitely going to be getting that, no doubt. I'm not sure about the Nexus and things, these Dark Shrines. I'm not sure about those, but definitely the Abraxas. And then we've also got some dwarves, the Dwarven Mountain Holds. So you've got the battalion and accessories, and then the Arcane Journal, as well as some new miniatures. He looks very, very cool. There are 4 totally new miniatures for dwarves this time. The first 2 of these are Dwarf Lords who arrive in the same box. One Lord borne aloft by shield bearers and the other on foot. The kit allows for 1 great weapon and 1 axe and shield and interchangeable heads, and comes in plastic. And then these 2. So in Forge World Resin comes Dwarf Thane with handgun, this one, and then Ungrim Iron Fist as well. So yeah, nice surprise for dwarves for them. Warhammer Underworld's Wintermoor. So some zealots. What is going on here? Very, very strange. And then you've got some Flesh Eater as well. Then, yes, this is fantastic news, because I have started a Ossiarch Bone Reaper's army, and haven't built them yet still. But this is great news, because there's new models for them, and it will really push me to get these, to cover these for the channel, and also build the other box set. So yeah, I'm very psyched up for these. They look great. And then you've also got some more for Sylvaneth as well, which also look fantastic actually. I like these bees. Unleash the bees, unleash the hounds, and the bees and the hounds that shoot bees out of their mouths. Right. And then you've got the Ravening Gnarloke. Interesting. I'm not quite sure about this because they've put like a platform right near its mouth, so I don't know how it eats. I mean, unless it's just tied down and then they just offer things. Yeah, it says carnivorous tree has long since abandoned subtlety in its eagerness to feast on flesh, but at the same time it kind of looks like it's tied down. So I wonder if like they just go and throw things in it. But yeah, so new Warcry, Tome, Briar, and Bone. That'd be interesting. I wonder if we get those minis in like a box set, but it didn't really show that. Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, I've read a few comments. I mean, yeah, it's looking like an Age of Sigmar mini. I definitely give it that. That one less so, I think, because of the plasma pistol and stuff. But this one, yeah, it might be the horns, it might be other things, the axe, maybe, I don't know. But I still think it's cool, and I will be picking it up. And I do like the different options. I'm probably not going to go for the fist, though. I'll probably go for basic plasma pistol, but still. The jump pack one looks very cool as well. Will we be getting new Havocs? I'm not sure, but I like both of these, so I probably will pick up two. I'm on the fence about the trophy rack on the back. It works, but at the same time, it just adds a lot to the model, doesn't it? At the back, and what's going on here? They smoking sort of. I think that's quite a cool way of attaching the model to the base, but it doesn't work when you've got two options in the box because they're both leaping off of the same smoking helmet. So yeah, it works as like a single miniature, but as a dual kit, not quite sure they can pull it off. Anyway, Chaos Space Marines use an exact same cover as before, so yeah. And then I'm wondering whether the only way to get these two new minis, which do look nice, is through their paywall box set again. Unfortunately, Veterans of the Long War. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Have they? Could they really have stolen that phrase? I don't know, but yeah, Veterans of the Long War. Maybe it's a homage, but yeah, this one, you've got 10 Terminators. They're really trying to sell those Terminators. I know people are on the fence about them. I like them. I think they're an all right kit. But then you've got some normal Chaos Space Marines, I think. Like 10 of them, maybe. Then you've got... I think you've got some Chosen, and then you've got 10 Space Marines, and then you've got some Greater Possessed, and then the new Lord. It's a great box set. If you haven't got any Chaos Space Marines, it is a great box set, and I would recommend it if you're thinking about starting Chaos Space Marines. But for me, with all of those minis except for the Lord, yeah, I'd probably have to skip it. I'd rather just get the Lord separate. Yeah, you've got the new Chaos Lord, which they're really bigging up. 5 Chosen, 10 Legionaries, and 10 Terminators, and 5 Possessed. And then you've also got the Jump Pack Lord, which comes with this is called the Dread Talons. It comes with the new Chaos Lord on Jump Pack, 10 Raptors, which are nice. Again, I've already got a load of Raptors though. You've got the Demon Prince, which is a very nice kit. 10 Cultists, which aren't very good, and a Cursed Cultist, not good, and neither are the Dark Commune. So that's a weaker kit, I think. That Demon Prince is carrying the whole kit on his shoulders. He really is. But again, if you haven't got any Chaos Space Marines and you want to start a new army, getting both of these with some vehicles would be great. You've pretty much got a big army then straight away. Then Kill Team Termination. This is a strange sort of twist for them. They've gone for Hernkin. So these are the sort of squats. Yeah, I mean, fine. But then they've also teamed them up with the Gene Stealer cults, which is just teasing us. Every time they bring out like these Gene Stealer cult kind of Imperial Guard minis and things, it just teases me for more regiments and different Imperial Guard units. Because these look very, very cool. I like them. Look at this one running. This one holding the sniper. This one with looks like a big shotgun thing. Yeah, they're really nice. I like that force. I'll definitely pick that force up separate when they release it out of that box set. And then you've got some metal boxes as well. So there's that. And then Horus Heresy, just 3 question marks. Yeah, it's a big tease for Mechanicum. Definitely. And I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. But they could have shown us one mini. Just one would be cool. And then Necromunda, again, a bit of a tease. So yeah, not as many sort of minis as I was expecting. You've got the Slaves to Darkness, you've got a fair bit of Dwarfs, you've got the new Underworlds, you've got a fair bit for Ossiarch and Sylvaneth. You've got 2 new models for Chaos Space Marines, and you've got 2 new kill teams, and that's it. So underwhelming as always. It always is. I've seen so many of these Adepticon type live events and have always been underwhelming, and now I don't think it's my expectations. I don't. I just think that they are all underwhelming. So there is that. And then the next day, Horus Heresy, very cool mini. We've been spoiled. I'm not sure I like this ring and the kind of tassel type hair thing. I think it works on the helmet, don't get me wrong, and maybe tufts of hair and things on the armor. But for me, I just think that looks out of place. I get it. It's they're fast and they go with the wind and whatever, fine. But the rest of the mini looks so cool. I love the armor and the boots that are slightly pointed, the short little power dagger. The helmet looks fantastic. Oh, it's such. Even the face. I'm not sure about it. Even the face looks cool because it's not just the face. He's actually got some face paint on, like a skull, if you can see. So yeah, I really like that mini, and every time they bring out a new White Scars mini, I'm just quite jealous because I would love some White Scars now because they've got some decent minis. Then there was an article about building Emperor's own palace out of Legion's Imperialis. Not as big as I expected, but still quite a cool project to do. Old World Almanac, painting orcs in the world of legend. And then Dawnbringer Chronicles 25 Last Embers. So a little story there for you for Dawnbringers. And that's about it. So a lot of news, a lot to for me to go over this week. Let's go on over to the web store. I know it's that time. You have to go and wade through the mud, wade through the swamp that is the Games Workshop web store right here, and they've decided to promote the Orc and Goblin Old World release over the Solar Auxilia things. I mean, to be fair to them, they did have a big banner for Solar Auxilia when the big box set was released, and there are a few box sets still floating about, and I think some third-party sellers are getting more in stock, so don't lose all hope of not being able to get one. I think the Space Marine ones have been more popular, more successful, just by the looks of what's been going on. But now that all of the other minis from that box set are up for pre-order today individually, again, the only reason really to get that set is if you want a free Dracosan armoured transport, and yeah, that's including the price of the Sentinel. I think you save about 50 or 60 quid by getting everything in that box set, so it's up to you if you want to save some money and get it that way. But if we just go down, there you go, you see Unleash the Elites, see the full range, and we've got the pre-orders here. So what I tend to do is go to new and exclusive, and then sort the pre-orders just for this video, really, from high to low. So here we go. We've got a mix of you know, products that were available for pre-order last week. But here's the Bone Grinder Giant. Yeah, £150. If we just type in, can we type in Mega? So the Mega Gargants are 130. So this is a tricky one because, you know, it's £150 and it's now in the envelope of Games Workshop for one of their systems. So a little bit like Horus Heresy in a way with some of their kits. But this is a multi-part resin kit, 5 resin components. I don't know. I think it's the body is 1 and the legs is just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the base. Something on the base maybe. I don't know. But yeah, 5 pieces there. I never picked him up. I don't know. I think there was a fair bit of uproar when he did disappear, a bit like the Hag. But yeah, you can pick him up now for £150. Looking, the Kroot Hunting Pack was last week. Orc and Goblin Tribes Battalion, £100 for these. Ouch. And are these all plastic? Yes, 73 plastic miniatures for £100. I think you can pick them up from third party though. Badlands Ogre Bulls, £65 for those 5. They've got to be metal, haven't they? Surely. Yeah, metal. So £65 for those. 6 metal components. So I think it's the ogres are all 1 piece each, and then that banner is 1 piece too. Underworld's Rivals, that was last week. But the Troll Hag, wow, actually cheaper. Imagine that, guys. Pick her up. Definitely. Swipe right straight away. £60. Brilliant. That is, round of applause, Games Workshop. You've actually re-released a resin model from Forge World that's cheaper than it was. Don't tell them. Don't email them, please. 10 resin components, £60. Go for it, guys. You will not regret these sweet chariots. Fantastic mini there. And it'll be fresh as well. It won't be like an old sculpt, if that makes sense. It'll be like she will have just been kind of birthed over the past sort of few weeks as well. So yeah, do not hesitate at that price with her. Fantastic mini. I kind of want to pick up a second one now. Malcador Heavy Tank, £55. Not too bad for that, for 55. Yeah, would have been nice at 50, but with the amount of weapon options and things you're getting, you know, with the las cannons and the tracks and the vehicle accessory sprue. So, you know, I bang on about Space Marine vehicle accessory sprue, but now Solar Auxilia have basically got their own version. I have pre-ordered one of these. So you will see it on the channel in about 2 weeks' time, because it's a 2-week pre-order. Look, 6th of April. So stay tuned to the channel, subscribe as always, and yeah, 170 plastic components. I didn't pre-order anything else. Like, I'm trying to deal with my backlog of builds and things, so I could have bought, like, I could have picked up everything for the channel, but I didn't. I've been very sort of reserved. And just picked up the Malcador. I will pick up other things in time, of course. But yeah, so looking forward to that in a couple of weeks' time. The Dracosan Armour Transport, again, yes, it's £55, but it is quite a big mini. And there are a lot of sprues with this one. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sprues there. Yeah, crazy. Lots and lots of parts. How many? 154 plastic comparts. 154 plastic components, as opposed to the Malcador, which has 170. So it has almost as many as the Malcador for a transport. So again, that's fine. Yeah, 50 quid would have been nicer, but it's essentially the same price as what a Land Raider. Orc War Boss, £50. I don't know about that. It depends on your sort of nostalgia for this model, but it will be in Forge World resin now. 13 components. I like it. If I was getting Orcs, I'd pick it up. Yeah, it's cool. You've got a giant as well, one of the old school giants, 50 quid. You've actually got a couple of head options for this one. Then you've got one of the peasants like praying at his feet. Choice of 2 heads. 11 resin components. Yeah, that's fine. Orc Boys Mob. I think they're in plastic. Yep, 31 boys for almost 50 quid. They're the old sort of boys, you know, the ones with the cake. You know, the Glutamus Maximus sort of sticking out behind, I think. Yeah, look at the caps and the sprues. But yeah, 30 of them for 47.50. Can you remember, guys, when you used to get 20 Orc Boys for 16 quid for 40k? And now, you know, 20 years later, over 20 years later, we've got them for 30 quid more. Yeah, it is what it is, but these are the old minis from like the 90s. You've got the Solar Auxilia Las Rifle section, £45 for 20 of them. As I say, this is going to be a long video, guys. There's a lot to go through today. So these Las Rifle section, yeah, nice detail, lots of parts. I think lots of parts. Mold lines, there will be. You've got 300. This set is pushing 400 plastic components for £45. Crazy. And 150 transfers as well. Yeah, you're going to be very busy if you just pick up one of these sets, even for the £45. So that's very nice. Then you've got the tank. So yeah, I'm trying to find a way of remembering this. I think Assault, Lehman Russ, I'm going for Demolisher. Like that's the way I'm going to try and remember it. Assault, you've got the shorter range cannon. So this is not the one that you get in the big set. Looks like this is 5 sprues 2, which is the weapon 1. You got some hull mounted weapons there. Is it this one? Yeah, there's the cannon and the Volkite and things. So Assault, shorter range, I'd say, even though Volkite isn't really shorter range. And then the Strike. When I think strike from a distance. So then you've got the one with the amazing Vanquisher cannon on there. These are the weapons. Yeah, normal battle cannon, the Vanquisher cannon. Where's the weapons? There you go. So yeah, battle cannon, Vanquisher cannon. What else do you get? It says, yeah, twin link las cannons or auto cannons. So you've got 4 different main weapons, and then the hull mounted weapons: heavy bolter, las cannon, auto cannon, multi laser, or heavy flamer. The turret and both weapons feature glueless assembly, allowing you to adjust their positions mid game. That's nice. 163 plastic components. Don't leave home without it. I'm gonna have quite a few tanks in my Solar Auxilia. And so I will be picking up a fair few of these at some point. But yeah, £40 standard. You know, you could probably get it at a discount for like 33 in places, and I think £33 for a Lehman Russ with that many parts is great. It really is. You got the Goblin Rock Lobber for £40. Is this metal? Yeah, 12 metal components for this Rock Lobber. A little bit like a Orc Trebuchet. Then you've got the campaigns of the Age of Darkness. I think these books, they're nice books. How many pages? It's an expansion. 208 pages, so fairly decent size. Fairly decent size book, this, for an expansion. Contents. Can't really see the contents, but we've got... what have we got? So you've got Legion Astartes new units, something Aximand, Horus Aximand, Tybalt Mar, Shadrach, Medusan, Legion Company Command Squad, Legion something and something. I don't know, it doesn't really say, but you've basically got 188 to 212, so you've got like 14 pages there. And then you've got Solar Auxilia Rules Amendment, Heavy Sentinel Squadron, something, Solar Auxilia something. It's hard to, you know, when they upload these really low res images, this is almost like, well, what's the point? Just show us the actual contents. Here you go. Black Shields, Solar Auxilia. It just says the cohort doctrine, allied detachments alongside Space Marines, Endrid Ha. Yeah, but it says 5 famous characters, and they say 2 of them. We want to know the 5 of them. You know, it's £35. It's not free. It's not like a tenner. It's almost 40 quid. And you're not telling us what's in it. It's just, yeah. I wonder if they have these books in the stores, because then if they do, then you can go and you can actually find out what's in it, and then make a decision whether you want to spend, you know, almost 40 quid on it. But yeah, I'm avoiding all these campaign books and things, because I think the rules should be free. Definitely. You know, especially if you've already spent, £300-400 on the set and some of the other books. Then you've got the Veletaris Storm section. So this only has 10 Solar Auxilia in. And yeah, it looks like they've all got these sort of special weapons, like the Volkite. Again, £35 for 10 is a bit standard, isn't it, at the moment? So these are the elite 184 plastic components. Still a fair number though, so that's good. You've got the Aethon Heavy Sentinel. Yeah, £35. It seems like an alright kit though, like in terms of options. I mean, look at how many weapons and things you get. But it's just whether you want a second one or... that pose doesn't look too bad. It's just that one does. That's the thing. Like, it depends on the pose and the angle. Maybe that is the same one though, but it just looks cooler there. I don't know what it is, but yeah, £35 for this. 75 plastic components. Yeah, pretty standard. You got the Orc Command set, £35, quite a lot, but that banner is crazy. There's a lot going on there, and you get one of these sort of bosses. And there's lots of detail going on the back. There's the detail everywhere on these. Yeah, it's a macabre standard crafted from the severed wing of a wyvern, hung with all manner of rotting trophies. 16 resin components. I think that'll have a lot of detail on it. Those two. You got the Orc Big Uns, £30. I don't know about these metal, 6 metal components. So yeah, I'm guessing one thing there needs to be attached. You've got the Doom Diver Catapult. I always like the look of these. I kind of want one of these for my 40k Gretchen. Just put some guns and things on it. Or put like a bomb or something on the top of the wing, or underneath them maybe. 10 metal components, this one, for 30. Snotling mobs. Very strange faces and things, pulling faces. Looks like he's got some popcorn. No, I don't know what that is. But some kind of club. Yeah. Odd looking snotlings. £30 for those. And they are metal. 28 components, so quite a lot of components there. Maybe all the weapons are all separate. You've got the Underworld's Deathgorge, Zondaras, Gravebreakers, £26. It's quite standard. Models are nice though for those. I'll probably get them separately at some point for Soul Blight. You've got the Orc and Goblin Tribes dice set, £26 for those, which is just crazy. But you do get 20. I think it should be 18 quid for 20, I really do. Orc Bosses pre-order, £26 for these two, so £13 each. One is on some kind of boar though. Fair amount of detail for those. Are they... Oh, they're plastic. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. Dalak was last week. Snotling Pump Wagon. So this has got to be metal, surely. Yeah, 17 metal components. I bet that's heavy as well. Looks alright, 25 quid. Well, but wait, there's more. You've got the Goblin War. You've got the Goblin Wolf Chariot, £25. This is 13 metal components. You've got the Goblin Bolt Thrower for 25. I think this is metal as well. 9 metal components for that. Looks interesting. You've got the Common Trolls. Interesting. They're just common trolls. They do look a bit strange. That one's missing an eye. £25 for those. 5 metal components. So, yeah, if you wanted some odd-looking trolls. Night Goblin Bosses. Might be worth it for your Gloomspite Gits. £24 for them. Interesting minis. 7 metal components for them. You've got the Black Orc Big Boss, £23. Oh, he's pushing the £27.50, isn't he? But he is resin, though, and he is Forge World resin. He'll have a lot of detail, a lot of 3D detail. This is a model that I'm quite excited about, actually. Very cool. Would he go with 40k? I can't see why not. All he needs is like a slugger in that hand, or even just a slugger, you know, on his belt or something. But he would go quite well with the Beast Boy, with the Beast Boy orcs. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. 10 resin components, £23. You've got the Horus Heresy Solar Auxilia vehicle transfer sheet. You've got the Big Uns Command. So yeah, they've actually got Command as well for £21. It's got to be metal and plastic for these. For the Big Uns. Dalak was last week. Renegades Lord of Excess though, hardback pre-order, £20 for that. You've got the Solar Auxilia Command section, £20. So yeah, how much is that then? What, 35 plus the 45? What is it? So it's like 100 quid for 35 Solar Auxilia. You know, minus a good discount, you probably get it for about 80, maybe. Minus a discount, you probably get it for about 80-ish. So yeah, this is the Tactical Command section. They're pretty cool. Yeah, they are decent, very decent. Those. How many pieces? How many components? You're getting 137. So yeah, they are delivering. I mean, if we can get Mechanicus to this, if we can get Mechanicum to the same standard of the Solar Auxilia, then yeah, that'd be great. Goblin Wolf Rider bosses, £20 for those. They are in metal and plastic. The Goblin bosses are £18 for free, and you're getting 5 metal components for those. They look odd. So you got those. And then finally, I say finally, there's still a few more things. Night Goblin Shamans, £18. Yeah, definitely Gloomspite Gits. I'm going for those. 6 metal components then, £18. And then you've got Underworlds, Death Gorge, Rhymelot cards last week, I think. You've got the Orc and Goblin Tribes reference pack was today. And then the Arcane Journal, £16 for this journal. Covers all the Orc and Goblins and consists of 48 pages. So pretty lightweight for that one. But it's only £16. I don't know though. 48 pages, could it have been free? Goblin Nasty Skulkers, £15 again. Be good for Gloomspite, maybe. Are they metal? Yeah, 6 metal components. They look alright detail though for metal. You got some cards for Necromunda, which I think was last week. And then you've got the Goblin Shamans. I think they're metal. Metal components, 2. So they are just single pieces. And then finally you've got the Orc Shaman, £9. It's got to be metal. 3 metal components for that one though. So there you go. That is all of the news and the pre-orders. 51 pre-orders today. Leave a comment if you're going to pre-order everything today. But wow, a lot of pre-orders. It's mainly Old World, but there's a lot of Solar Auxilia thrown in there as well. You know, you've got the Malkador heavy tank, which I think is going to be very popular. You've got the Dracosan Armor Transport, which is great that that's available separately. You got the Troll Hag and some war bosses and giants and things. You've got the Lehman Ross's 2 flavors and the Beta Garmin book, as well as the Sentinel and the 3 flavors of Solar Auxilia troops. So yeah, if you picked up that Solar Auxilia box set, you know, you can now add more and more units to it, which is good because it didn't come out that long ago. So I think that's quite fantastic that they've had a quick turnaround. You know, considering we had a kind of quiet week last week for pre-orders, but still far too many pre-orders. Far too many for them to be releasing weekly with the 2-week pre-order. Again, as I said before, cut these pre-orders in half. You know, just have 25 pre-orders and then release them all next week instead of releasing 51 pre-orders and not being able to pick them up for half a month. So yeah, what do you guys think though of all these pre-orders? What are you going to be picking up today? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be good to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.